Right.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah, that makes sense.
It just means that at a personal level, we would love that story.
Yeah,
who doesn't?
absolutely.
Who wouldn't want to be like? I mean,
it's a real underdog story.
Yeah.
You
It's a
know?
real underdog. Like grew up with nothing. Everybody wants to believe they have something inside them that will catapult them into major stardom. Everybody wants to believe that. So for the fact that you see stories where it actually happens, of course you're like, that's
so
what
do
I
you
want.
think? Do you think people are, you know? So would you say that not everybody is going to have that in their life?
Well, I mean, by definition, most people won't have that.
Right?
Yeah. I think most people won't have that.
Do you think that it's something that can be developed, or you think that it's something that's like you either got it or you don't?
I think that there's an intangible quality to talent and like the way that you can move through your art. I also think that it's an artist's responsibility to know the history of what they're trying to do. So there's an intentionality there. But I think that the defining factor of whether your creation is going to reach the masses has very little to do with how good you are in general. Mm-hmm. I think it has a lot to do with how ready is the world around you willing to accept what you have to offer, right? This goes back to like a lot of art gets recognized after people die, right?
Right.
How ready is the world around you ready for you and the art that you have to say? And then how marketable you are. There needs to be, if you want to reach millions of people, there needs to be a machine working for you. You can't reach millions of people by yourself.
Right.
It's impossible. It's just like there's no way. Any person that you know has millions and millions of people that are tuning in to what they have to say, they did not do that by themselves. There is a machine behind them. There is a lot of people working really hard to get them and to get their
Behind
name
the
into certain
scenes.
conversations.
Right.
There's a lot of people working really hard to get collaborations with the right people. Like it's not, you could have the talent. I mean, I'm sure you know people, especially as musicians. There are musicians out there that are phenomenal. That are like, bro, they spend 6 hours a day on that guitar, on that bass, like every day. They are better than a lot of the people out there that are touring right now. But they're not at the Jaco Pastorius level. They're not, touring and selling out stadiums. They're not even, they may not even be touring.
Right.
Right? They're just like, they're music teachers or
they
they're
don't
like,
have the team basically.
Because because that is a separate muscle. That is a separate thing that you have to not only be good at that, but you have to then be able to network. You have to be so sociable that you have to go. There's so many like soft skills that are involved with that you have to then deal with in order to like make sure that happens. And there's an argument to be made that the artistic integrity there is in jeopardy.
Right.
Because now you have to do the press run, and now you have to do the, you know what I mean? Now you have to do the press run and the releases, and now you have to put, now if it flops, you get criticism, and now you can't, now it feels like you have to appeal to, you had
like a huge success.
Hundreds of thousands
now
of
the
people.
next project has to be just as big.
Now you feel the pressure of having to like keep food on the table for all the people that work for you, and like you know what I mean. Like there's a thing about that may not even be the best. There's a double-edged sword for sure, especially if all you want to do is do art for the sake of art. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of it is like it's a different world to put yourself in when you think that you want that thing so badly, right? And then it's like, oh, okay, well, you just created all of these other,
So I think there are a lot of people in this world that have the talent and that they should be seen.
Right.
I believe that. I think that I know a lot of these people that have such great minds, art, intentionality, that in my opinion, the world should know about them. But will the world know about them? That I can't be. I don't know, because there seems to be right place, right time, right sacrifices. For all of that to kind of culminate into the perfect storm and then catapult you into like a I don't know.
Yeah.
There's some pop acts right now that I know people that can do that better. There's some songwriters right now that like catapulted into major stardom that like I know songwriters that can write better songs than that.
Write better, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Real.
So I'm like, is it the talent that's gonna take you there? Is it the appeal? Do you have to be hot? Do you have to have a look that women want? Do you have to like so many like
variables
that are so not art related that to ask like, do you think people have something inside that is so talent based that it's gonna catapult. I'm like, I think people have. I think a lot of artists have so much inside them that they, in my perfect world, the world should know about them because they're so great.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? And I will support them. But I make it a priority to go and try to find that art. The accountant that just is trying to get out of the house on Friday night to go see you, like, they're not necessarily looking for that. How are you going to pierce it to them? Well, you need to put on a billboard, and you need to put it on the radio, and you need to put, you know what I mean? You need to make it to where, like, that person is being seen with Kim Kardashian. Like, you need to put it in so many people's different peripheral spheres, vision, right? So then people are like, I think I know who that is. You know how much money it takes for a random person to be like, I think I know who that is. There's people that have never heard of Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's rural America voters that are now upset about Bad Bunny, never heard Bad Bunny a day in their life. But now, because of the Super Bowl, peripherally, I know who Bad Bunny is. And Bad Bunny, like, how much money he's had to spend and sacrifice in order to get into the ear of Kansas. Think about how long that took.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that's crazy. Yeah, for sure.
So is it something inside? I think there's plenty of artists that are so good. I would love for them to be the fucking top of the top.
Yeah,
myself included. I would love to be able to, like, put something online and, like, 100,000 people would be like, "This is fucking dope."
This is dope,
and then like be able to, like, have a residency somewhere and play, or be able to sit down and have dope conversations with some dope ass people all the time. But will it happen if I don't do the back end work or this and that? You know,
really tough.
It's hard. It's really tough. It's hard. But I do think a lot of artists deserve it. I do think that there are a lot of artists out there that are beyond great.
I think that's why, like, the social media platforms have been blowing up so much with just the exposure, like we were talking about earlier, like the TikTok stuff, man. Like, if you can really, like, capitalize on that, literally, that's life changing over literally a few days if you really, like, keep on doing it. And so I think that's what a lot of people are looking to try and, like that's the way, like, that's what a lot of people are saying is, like, oh, that's how you're gonna blow up.
Yeah, for sure.
The quickest, you know.
And I hope
like,
it happens.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just want, I also just want, I want artists to make art that they want to make. Like,
to enjoy what they want to do. Right?
I there's nothing worse than feeling like, as an artist, there's nothing worse than feeling like I have to create or else.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's nothing better than feeling like I want to create and it's flowing out of me. And if you force me into the previous one, I don't know how good I'll be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just want that for artists all the way around. If you're a musician and I go watch you, like, I want to see you enjoy it, and I want to see you put it out when you want to put it out.
Right.
And if you don't want to put out something for 5 years, don't do it.
I think that's what I like so much about having, you know, the capability to tell people, like, that play for the events that I do, also be like, play whatever you like, you want to play, like, play whatever is you. And then having that, like, such a good, like, response from the crowd and, like, from the whole, like, grand scheme of things, just, like, you know, that's in essence what true art form, like, true art making is, you know?
Yeah.
And like, a lot of people rarely get to experience that as a musician, right? And so I think that's one of those things where it's like, the more that we can, like, keep making that happen, you know, we can attempt to put a dent in, like, this kind of small idea, dent, right? Blemish, like this idea of, like, the music game and, like, how that works. And so, yeah. I mean, definitely got, like, a lot of big dreams in that way, you know, like, wanting to create some stuff. And so
you got a fan in me, and I believe in you. For those of you out there, the Degenerates and Diego are going to keep working together. You're about to see some more consistent content of us, you know, partying around in the city, but also having a great time and building community, which I'm really excited about. Thank you so much for letting me, you know, fucking
thank you. Appreciate
you know, man. Work together last weekend. And I'm excited, dude. I'm excited for where this is gonna go. If you're out there, if you're in Austin, Texas, and you follow, like, share, subscribe. This channel is completely self-funded, so, like, we're not taking money from like anybody except for what we want to do. It informs how we go forward. But if you're also in Austin, Texas, and you like these conversations, please, just watch, share, leave a comment. And then if you are in Austin, Texas, and you're now finding out about us, and you want to go and party, come say what's up, dude. Like, come to Diego the Fuego's events. Chances are he'll have a lot of dope ass DJs with him. Chances are I'll be there at some point. And community is gonna keep building. We would love your support. And come party with us. If you're in other cities, tell all of your homies to go to watch us so that we can then go to your city and we can pull up and and make and have a great time. For y'all, we just want to keep building. We on our side on the channel, we're gonna keep branching out, but we can't wait to continue with the with our collaboration, dude. Yeah. Like, why don't you go ahead and do your plug tell everybody where to find you, where they can find you if you have anything coming up, and how they can get in contact with you. Cool. should they want to.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Diego the Fuego. You can follow my events page. It's called Off the Grid. That is the main party that I throw here in Austin at Off the Grid ATX. And I got some things coming soon. I got a Halloween party on the 31st at Daydreamer, which is like on the east side. We're going to do another Off the Grid series, so that should be really, really dope. I'm really looking forward to it. And let us know where you're at, and we'll come to a city near you. We'll post up, and we'll keep bringing some fire music and fire content for y'all. And thank you again to everybody who checked out the page. Shout out to the generous Degenerates. And
a little tongue twister for you.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time for sure.
For sure. All right, guys, until next time, peace.